Could you identify some things that might have been hindrances in the project, in the way it ran, or how things happened to happen? What could have been done better or different?
No,
not
really.
for me.
No.
That people were really flexible, both Mark and the police and us.
Yep.
And if there was something on for school, then we'd reschedule or
shorten the late session, or
whatever.
A couple of times we threw in a couple of extra sessions for kids to catch up on stuff, or kids that missed out. No, it was just, it all just sort of happened.
There wasn't
really,
anything that really didn't work.
No, and Mark's just so, Mark Beasley is just amazing the way that he can just, look, nothing was too hard for him. A kid would want a particular set of pegs, or I don't even know what half the things are called anymore. That I was learning them.
I'd go to the bike shop and buy them.
But Mark could just go, I reckon I can find one from somewhere, and then the next week he would turn up and he would remember what the kids had wanted or whatever,
And that keeping your promises is really important for these kids, because for a lot of their lives, in many, many, many situations, the promises aren't kept. And they'll give you 1 or 2 chances, and if you don't, then they don't give you any more. And Mark in particular has never let the kids down. That's something that he said. And I think that's part of the reason why it's worked so well. But it's also his flexibility. They're not prepared to take, a technical term, any crap from the kids. No, and that's also important.
They do give them definite boundaries, and they're very clear with giving directions, and they're quite clever really with the way that they communicate with the kids, because they don't put the pressure on, but the expectations are there. So that's a good way of working with these kids.
They don't state the expectations?
No, they do state the expectations. That and it might be something as basic as, yes, we're working here. No, you don't just go and help yourself to that. Or if you're going to use paint, it's got to be something that's hung up over there. That was all clear. Yeah. But it wasn't. It wasn't a pressure situation, and that's the difference.
And if kids didn't meet the expectations, then they managed it, and they said, right, well, you can't do this, and just the sorts of things that we as teachers would do with these kids all the time. They had a really similar way of operating, and that's good for kids too.
Yeah.